let's go. It's a long run today, 16 miles. This is the longest I've gone so far in this entire training. So 16 miles on deck for today. It's a long run. It's beautiful outside though, so that will make it hopefully a little easier, but we'll see. So 16 miles, let's go. Mile 1. And I'm already ready to turn back and go back to the car. It's hot, but I'm here, I'm doing it. Let's go. Mile 2, and I'm feeling good. 14 more miles to go. Mile 3 down, and I'm pretty sure I'm delusional because now I'm thinking, oh, it's only a half marathon until I'm done. That's delusional. That's delusional, crazy thinking. But I've only got a half marathon left. Mile 4 done, and I'm feeling on top of the world. I feel good. This is wonderful. I feel real good. Whew, let's get it. Whew, 5 miles. I'm still feeling really good. I could not have asked for a better day. Whew, it's absolutely beautiful out, and I feel great. 6 miles down, which means 2 things. 1, I just completed a 10K. Whoop whoop. And 2, I've only got 10 miles left. Let's get it. 7 miles, which means I got 1 more mile until I gotta turn around and go all the way back. Whew, almost halfway though. Almost halfway. I got it. I got this. 8 miles. I turned around. I'm halfway. I turned around to go back. This is hard. This is really hard. I'm struggling. I'm struggling right now. But I can't stop. Because I gotta get back to my car. So I still have to go. Whew, but this is hard. I'm walking the smile because this one's tough. I'm at mile 9. I'm walking this one. I walked mile 8, and I'm trying to muster up the energy to run again. This is really hard. My husband just met me though with water because mine was hot. So hopefully I'll find some energy for the last few miles. Okay, I just got to mile 10, and I think I'm starting to finally get a little bit of energy back. I've got about 6 miles left to go, which is essentially a 10K. So I've only got a 10K left to go. Oh my God. Okay. I think I'm trying to muster up some energy and some motivation, some inspiration for myself, because this is freaking hard. Here we are, mile 11. I found some motivation to run again, slowly, but I'm running again. Oh my God, this is really hard. This is really freaking hard. 5 miles left. I got it. I got this. Mile 12, and my legs are killing me, so I decided to sit down for a minute. Mile 13, I'm running it, and I've got 3 miles left. I'm almost there. Whew. I'm almost there. I'm on mile 14. My legs are on fire. I just walked a half a mile though, so I'm back to running again. Well, jogging, and I'm 14 miles. So I've got a little bit less than 2 miles left. This was a really hard run. Really hard. But I'm so close. I am so close. Mile 15. At mile 15. My phone is at 1%. It's gonna die. And I just want to put this and document this before it dies. And I'm trying to save my battery so it saves the time for my whole run. But mile 15, here we are. Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't even believe it. Oh my God, this is really hard, but I can't even believe it. I can't believe I'm 15 miles in. Less than a mile, I'm done. Oh my God, oh my God. 16 miles, I did it. 16 miles, and I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Oh my God, 60 miles, I'm done, I did it. Oh my God, I did it. I finished. I did 16 miles, and oh my God, I'm sitting in the air condition because it is so hot. My car says 108 right now because it's been sitting here baking, but I think it's like 80 something degrees. It is so hot. That was such a long run. I am so beat. I need cold water. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't even know how I feel right now. Oh my God. I'm home now. I have taken a shower and I am in my PJs and I'm relaxing for the night. I'm starving and I ended up ordering something because I have no desire to cook, and actually we need to go groceries anyway, and we did not do that today. So anyway, I am home and that run kicked my butt. That was a very difficult run. 16 miles is no joke, and the first, like, it seems like 7 miles is always sort of my, like, that's where up until 7 miles, I feel good and like confident about it. And then all of a sudden, like past that, for some reason, it's like, that's the turning point for me, and trying to get over the hump after the fact is tough. So I ran all the way up until 8 miles and did pretty good. I think even miles 7 and 8, I was still doing pretty good and still felt pretty confident. And then all of a sudden, like, it was, actually, I think that was maybe mile 6 and 7 where I was still feeling pretty good. And then mile 8, I was like, whoa, this is tough. And that's when I ended up turning around to go back because I had run one way 8 miles and then back for the remaining 8. So when I got to mile 8, that's when I started feeling like, oh, this is a little tough. So I ended up walking a lot. And I then would do like some interval stuff, like half a mile walk and then a mile run, or at least try to do that. Then it got even harder, and it was like, okay, a half a mile run and a half a mile walk. And then my runs were slow, and mile 12 was just really hard. I sat down. I had to sit down. My water was really hot. It was just super, super hot today. So my water was hot. Thank God my husband met me and gave me some Gatorade and gave me some water so I could refill my bottle. And that was just like starting to get hot. So mile 12 was tough. I found a bench and I sat down on it, and I was like, okay, give my legs a few minutes, give my mind a few minutes to try to get some motivation. And then so that was mile 12. I had 4 miles left, and then those last 4 miles were really hard. The last like 3 miles were really tough. So 13, 14, 15 were really, really hard. But 15, I was like just trying so hard to push myself, so hard to just give myself that motivation to just be like, it's 1 mile. And every few seconds as I was continuing, I was like, it's less than a mile. It's less than a mile. It's only a few more minutes, and only a couple more minutes until I'm done. And then I finished it, and I was like, oh my, I couldn't, like, I still had a little walk to the car, and I was like,
was like my legs were shaking because it was a long run, and now my legs are so sore. And I took a shower and I put my jammies on, and I'm actually really chilly because the house is cold with the air conditioners. So I've got my sweater thing, my blanket sweater thing, that I love this thing so much. And I am vegging out for the remainder of the evening. But I kept thinking, like the whole time that I was running, I'm like, gosh, if this is what 16 miles feels like, what's the 26 gonna feel like? It's gonna be really, really hard. I can see it. I have a couple more like long runs. So the race or the marathon is in less than 50 days. So it's not like a lot of training left. It's a few weeks, really, like a month and a half-ish of training left. So there's not a whole lot of very long runs. I know that there's a 20 mile somewhere in there. I believe there's an 18. And then I think the rest of them are like 10 and 12, and they're not like super, super long runs. So I think that 20 miles is like the longest that we have to train, or I have to train for. And then like even that, I keep thinking about like, oh my gosh, if 20 miles is the longest that I'm going to be running for in my training, that means that on race day, on marathon day, I'm going to have to push myself 6 more miles just to get to the finish line. And that's going to be really challenging, especially where like 20 miles is a long time. 16 miles was a long time. I can imagine 20 is going to be much more. And 26 is just, it's a lot of running, or even walking, or whatever, like combination of getting to that finish line. It's very hard, and there's a lot of like mental stuff that goes into it, like literally fighting with your legs to be like, we need to do this, or fighting with your heart or your brain telling you like, I can't do this anymore, and then you're telling your brain like, shut up, because I have to finish this. Because the thing about running, like when you go running, if you go a distance, you have to remember that you also have to run that distance back. I mean, you could get somebody to like pick you up or whatever, but like theoretically that's the point. You go a distance, and then I mean, unless you're going a straight shot, but like in my case, you know, I had planned to go 8 miles and then go back. So once I got to the 8 miles, well, I can't get in the car because the car is nowhere near here. So I have to go all the way back. And that's a challenging thing, and it's very hard. Your mindset has to your mind plays tricks on you. Your body hurts. There's a lot happening at the same time. And I just remember like mile 15, getting myself to mile 16. I just kept saying to myself, oh, and where I ran going up. So when I got to mile 15, it was right at the bottom of a hill. And then like, I think a quarter of a mile or so was like up this hill. It was a gradual hill, but it was up a hill. And then like it's flat for a little bit, then it goes downhill just slightly, and then it's pretty flat the rest of it. But that uphill was challenging, especially at so far into the end. And I'm like, oh my God, this just is so painful. But I remember telling myself like pretty much the entire time when I got onto the hill and all the way up until I hit mile 16, I was like, come on. I always like, this is my mind, but I was saying like, come on, mama, you can do this. Like, you've got this. You're strong. You're stronger than you think you are. And like, I remember I actually was saying that stuff out loud, and I took out my earbuds. I think mile 13, it was like mile 13 or 14, I ended up taking out my earbuds. My phone was dying. I only had like 4% left, and I didn't want it to die. Not calculate my run, I would have been pissed. So I decided to just run with no music. So I had taken my earbuds out, and at that point I was like talking to myself, and I was actually like talking out loud. So I'm sure some people like walked by or rode by on their bikes or whatever probably heard me. But it was a really long run. It was tough. It was really, really, really tough. So I'm glad it's done. I'm proud of myself for doing it. I was a little bummed out that I had such a hard time with it, but I am happy I finished it. I was saying to my husband, like, I'm sad that I didn't do as good as I probably, or I didn't do as good as I wished I did. I wished I didn't walk as much as I did, or take a break at mile 12 and sit on the bench. I wish I could have pushed through that, but it was really, really hot. It was really hard. So, I mean, I took the breaks that I felt I needed. But, you know, I felt kind of down on myself, like, yeah, you know, I could have done better. That's really it. It wasn't like down on myself, but like, that's pretty much what I said. I was like, oh, well, I could have done better. And, you know, he was encouraging, and he said, it's better than you not doing it, and you finished it, and you didn't, you know, when he met me at whatever mile it was and gave me water and Gatorade, like, he asked me, you know, are you gonna, I think I had like 6 miles left. I think he met me at like mile 10, and he was like, are you good? Are you going to continue going? Or like, what do you want to do? And I said, no, I'm going to continue. I don't care how hard it is. Like, I'm finishing it. You know, and he reminded me that, like, you know, I pushed through, and I continued to do it until I got to the finish line. And that is true. I did better than if I never did it at all. But it was really freaking hard. So I am on the couch now for the rest of the night. And that's it. So yeah, it was really hard, but thanks Hal Higdon for such a hard training. But this was only the novice. Like, this is, I think Novice 1 is the training plan that I'm using, so I can't even imagine what like the harder ones are like. So eventually I'm sure I'll do one. This was really hard. But anyway, have a good night.